Good morning, Hazard Gang. This week's new Red Dead Online update has some serious discounts for all of us, both on the utility side if you're looking to get an edge out in the open world, or if you're simply just looking to upgrade the style and appearance of your character. There's definitely big discounts and free rewards for all kinds of players this week, and this video will serve as your buying guide, so if you're kind of on the fence about any purchases or you're unsure about what items are worth buying because of the discount and what items you should stay away from, hopefully this video can help you make more informed decisions so you don't waste any of your hard-earned money. So if you enjoyed this video at any point, or if you just find it helpful, let me know by dropping a like on it, and if you want to stay up to date with everything Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Online, consider hitting that subscribe button with your notifications turned on. Like each week so far in the Naturalist Update drip feed cycle, we have free rewards as well as huge discounts, and I really like how Rockstar is going beyond the typical discounts we get and also throwing in some additional incentives for players while also populating some game modes and playlists that would otherwise be dead in the process. So first up, let's talk about these free rewards for players. With the addition of the legendary Shadowbuck sighting mission this week, it comes with its usual garment set at Gus's Trapper store if you decide to kill and skin the animal, and if you purchase the garment set, you will unlock a reward for a free bandolier of your choice and 100 rounds of express repeater ammo. Now, if killing the animal isn't your style, you can sedate and sample it, and if you go that route instead, you will earn a free vest of your choice and 100 rounds of sedative varmint rifle cartridges. I get a few comments each video asking about how I build my outfits and what clothing items I use most frequently. The vest I use on most of my outfits is the Morales vest, and unfortunately it's not in the catalog currently, but it may return quite soon as we haven't seen it in a few months. And as for the bandoliers, I use the double bandoliers mostly. I have one outfit with a single bandolier, but I much prefer the double. I'm still quite disappointed, however, that Rockstar made bandoliers purely a cosmetic upgrade and pose no additional benefits like the ability to carry more ammo for your weapons. Something as obvious as that ability would be so helpful for us and allow us to make less frequent trips to the camp lockbox or post office, but Rockstar seemingly doesn't want that. And that's sad because we have other abilities and skills in game that allow us to carry more herbs and other ingredients for crafting, and then of course, more tonics. So why not have an ability to hold more ammo with the bandoliers as well? Anyways, off topic, with the addition of the new Hardcore Takeover series this week, if you play around and win a match, you will earn a voucher for a free hat of your choice. It would certainly be wise to use this on a high level hat and expensive hat unlock instead of one that costs like $20 and one that's low level. But now, moving on from the free rewards for players this week to the huge discounts, all players can take advantage of 40% off all outfits, offhand holsters, and gun belts this week only. Not only does this apply to all the normal outfits you'll find at the general store and the equipment at the gunsmiths, but this applies to all the role items and equipment as well. Again, all these items here on offer are cosmetic, unlike the other discounts on items on offer we will be discussing next, but this is a third-person game after all, and I bet you want to look as good as possible while playing. Whatever your definition of good is, whether it's looking like a scraggly mountain man or a Sandini business person, these 40% discounts will help you achieve the look you're going for. Now, for the most important set of discounts this week, players can get 30% off all repeaters. This includes the Carbine repeater, Lancaster repeater, Litchfield repeater, and last but not least, the Evans repeater. It's funny because you obtain the Carbine repeater in the introduction to Red Dead Online, so we can actually exclude that from our list here today, and we'll start off with the Lancaster repeater. You can purchase the Lancaster repeater at level 12 and it costs $170 this week instead of the usual $243. This repeater holds 14 rounds and is one of the highest rated repeaters in Red Dead Online currently. It has a fire rate that can compete with the Carbine repeater, an ammo count that holds up against the Litchfield repeater's ammo count, and of course has an accuracy that closely matches that of the Evans repeater. This weapon really is like a jack of all trades. It's my personal favorite for repeaters, and the metal customization looks really nice on it, and of course the smaller attachments and upgrades you can make to the weapon allow it to perform slightly better, but it is surely noticeable in combat, and that's appreciated for me. Now moving on to the Litchfield repeater, this is the most expensive repeater in the game and it typically costs $348, but this week you can obtain it for $243. You unlock it at level 18 and it holds 16 rounds. While it is the most inaccurate of the repeaters, that doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. It does make up for the lack of accuracy with much higher damage than any other repeater, so with those stats in mind, it's more more suitable for a player who likes to run and gun and get up close with enemies. Taking on legendary bounties and even free roam revenue agents and their roadblocks is where this weapon shines. Those enemies deal much more damage to players and have a lot more health than typical red dot enemies, and the lich field just rips through their health in 2 to 3 shots maximum. At longer ranges, I wouldn't prefer to use this weapon, but it can still get the job done if you're patient and you pace your shots and take notice of the bloom. You need to move as little as possible to remain as accurate as possible with this weapon, and it certainly handles a lot worse if you're mobile. That's why being extremely close range is important, so that even when you miss, you don't actually miss. Now, let's discuss the final repeater, the Evans repeater. This was the first DLC repeater to get added to Red Dead Online, and it typically costs $300, but you can get your hands on it this week for $210. This repeater holds 26 rounds and is extremely accurate. Obviously, with an ammo count that high, it's important to always keep an eye on it during gunfights because you don't want to necessarily get caught reloading this weapon because it takes a little over 7 seconds, and it looks like you're doing a guitar solo while you're reloading. So this is definitely one of the repeaters that will allow you to take down huge groups of enemies if you play to the weapon's strengths. For example, it is an accurate weapon to fire, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's your best bet for long range engagements. The damage range on it is not that good in my opinion, meaning if you're trying to take out enemies or even players from long distances, you'll find this gun ends up more like a pea shooter or even a varmint rifle from like 25 to 30 meters away. For stranger missions and some low tier bounties though, if you're accurate enough and you hit most of your shots, you can complete the whole objective and mission without even needing to reload once, and it's fun to give yourself that challenge, honestly. With these 3 repeaters in mind, I would put them in that order depending on which weapons you own and can afford, and I would place the Lancaster at the top of your list, followed by the Evans repeater, and lastly the Litchfield repeater. The reason being is the Evans repeater you can unlock right away at level 1, if only you had the money for the item, versus the Litchfield you unlock at level 18, and of course the fact that you get 10 extra rounds, a higher accuracy, with the only downside being less damage at range. And also, the Litchfield can be expensive for some players when other aspects of the game like rolls, other role upgrades, horses, and ability cards could still be priority for them. But either way, this week has some great free rewards for players who just log in and participate in short and simple activities, as well as huge discounts for newer players, or even those other players looking to check off the last few equipment items off their list and want some money back on their purchases. Now, other Prime Gaming rewards, just a reminder, I stream a lot on twitch.tv, and if you have an Amazon Prime account, Prime Gaming is included with that, and with that, Red Dead Online players who connect their Rockstar Games Social Club account to Prime Gaming will receive rewards for 5 free legendary animal pheromones, 6,000 Naturalist XP, a free Wilderness Camp, a free Katata Oak from the legendary Katata Elk, and also a free reward for a box of Nitro Express ammunition, a reward for 50 rounds of Sedative Varmint cartridges, and a free Ikahi Boar coat as well. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video, and if you did, hopefully I earned your like on it, and of course, if you are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Red Dead Online, Red Dead Redemption 2, and even Rockstar games as a whole. We'll be sure to keep you guys up to date with updates, news, information, tips, tricks, and even leaks, and we'll keep you guys updated here on the channel daily, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you guys also want to follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube. I practically live on all 3 of those websites, and you can feel free to strike up a conversation and even ask me a question. Whatever it may be though, you can follow me at HazardousHDTV, and all of my social media links, including my Discord, can be found in the description down below. With that said, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next Red Dead Online video. Adios, amigos.